So for video number 2 in the video presentation of observation reports assignment, I chose to do how to do a fitness assessment with Sorta Healthy Trainer Education and Jeff. Jeff is the employee with Sorta Healthy Trainer Education, so I will be doing that video. So to start, this entire video is on correctly administering a fitness assessment and how that will give you an accurate representation of whether or not your fitness program is beneficial for the client. As stated in the start of the video, Jeff puts his client through a consultation followed by an assessment in their second visit. So what should a fitness assessment entail according to Sorta Healthy Trainer Education? To start, you should input all of the client's personal details. This includes name, gender, height, weight, body fat percentages, measurements, posture analysis, and medical histories. After these steps are completed, you've logged them into the sheet. You then move on to the FMS assessment, which gauges the client's mobility through 7 different exercises. Basically, what this FMS assessment is a bunch of stretches / exercises that gauge how mobile your body is. So once that assessment has been completed, you'll then move into the physical test. Jeff goes on to say that not all of these physical tests are required. These are just the ones he finds beneficial into building a program design. So the first physical test is a 3-minute step test, basically where the client is going to step up onto a 12-inch box and step down, and they're going to repeat that as many times as they can in 3 minutes. Once you get to 3 minutes, you do a little math, and then you'll come up with their average beats per minute. Moving on to the second physical test, it is the 1-minute calorie burn on an Airdyne. An Airdyne is a stationary bike with a big fan on it. You either do that or the much simpler version of that test, which is the maximal wall sit test, where you're just going to be doing a wall sit for a minute and you're going to see how many calories you burn. So the whole point of this one is to gather information to gauge how many calories you can burn in 60 seconds when performing at maximum effort. The next test that you will need to perform is the maximum push-up test. You can take the client and have them do as many push-ups as possible to see where they could start in a given program. If the client is advanced, Jeff does do a bench press instead of a push-up test. This kind of gauges where you want to put them into a strength program, a weightlifting program, something like that. And then the final test is a plank test. This is similar to the push-up test. You're just getting a gauge of where their chest is, where their shoulders are, how their core looks, form, stuff like that. So once the entire assessment has been completed, you've ran through all the physical tests, you've given your personal information, medical history, all of that. What will happen next is an assessment analysis. This is where your body fat percentage will get inputted into an Excel sheet along with all of your other fitness numbers. So your body fat percentage, your measurements, which would be around your chest, your waist, your shoulders, your neck, all of that's going to get implemented into an Excel sheet, and we're going to compare that up against different levels of physical fitness people. And then, we're going to gauge where you need to start, and then we're going to get that program designed for you. Once again, we're going to do 4 to 6 weeks of it, and then after that, we're going to run through another assessment after the 5 weeks are done, and you're going to basically do all the same things. Like I said in my last video, it's a bit repetitive, but at the same time, it's proven to work. I know that some people might not really enjoy the assessments every 4 to 6 weeks, but it is a chance to connect with your personal trainer, see where you two have grown together, what results you're getting, what results you aren't getting, and, elaborate on your goals. So takeaways. The more information you gather on your client, the more likely you are to see positive results with and from that client. Assessments are great tools to begin a workout regimen, evaluate a workout regimen, and make changes to that said regimen. Without these assessments, we wouldn't be able to accurately gauge where our client is headed and where they want to end up. An assessment is very similar to a programmed workout, except you and the client get to gauge where you started versus where you are now. Typically, these assessments don't involve crazy tests or outlandish exercises, even though this video might have made it sound like it. They are meant to determine where you started, how far you've come, and what can still be done to see the improvements you want. Lastly, Jeff and his coworkers on this channel have a great understanding of how to properly perform a physical fitness assessment. I would highly advise any personal trainer out there to just go and give them a look, because Jeff really knows what he's doing with these personal physical assessments.